Alright, you guys, it is John Carpenter week here on Horoscope. I went with a film I'd never seen before. It's a brand new watch for me. And that is Prince of Darkness, 1987. What an enjoyable film. Excuse me. It's a real slow burn, but very enjoyable, and it really it keeps you thinking. Like, I watched it last night and I'm still thinking about all of the elements that John Carpenter threw in there. Essentially, it's about this evil force that has been kept under this church for many, many, many years. Donald Pleasance plays a preacher, and he enlists some scientists, physicists, etc., to come and test, the essence that's swirling around down there. And eventually, one person's infected by it, and so on and so on. And by the end of the movie, you almost have the devil himself coming, to the real world. Really interesting ideas, and then he's got Carpenter also threw in there the notion that people from the future can send messages to us in our dreams, that they would have the technology or the knowledge to send that information to us. So that was really cool. Then you have just the visuals of it. I mean, there were some really kind of creepy moments. You have a lot of great kind of long shots that were creepy. You have a couple jump scares that were cool. And then just the imagery, you have, icky ants and worms, and because the devil is able to, control the creatures, and he's also able to control a lot of the people around the church. So you have Alice Cooper as one of the people, and he plays great. He plays a fantastic role. He's not in it that long, but when he is on screen, it's really cool. So yeah, I mean, really great. And it's, I had just watched The Apostle a couple days ago with Robert Duvall, and how fun would it have been to see Sonny from The Apostle, in Prince of Darkness, to kind of, counterbalance that. That would have been hilarious to see him in that role. But anyways, I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. It makes you think. It'll creep you out a little bit. It's a good movie. It's acted well. The one African-American gentleman that's in it, he has this laugh that will just stick with you because it's so kind of haunting and creepy. Now, this DVD, this is the old snapper case. Scream Factory's going to be releasing, the Blu-ray, I believe, next month. And just looking at some of the features, you get an audio commentary with John Carpenter, you get new interviews, you get an interview with Alice Cooper, the score, there's a feature on the score. John Carpenter did the music for this, and once again, his score really adds to just the whole vibe of his film, and Halloween, this one, I mean, really almost every movie that John Carpenter has scored, it just adds so much creepiness to it. You've also got a Horror's Hallowed Grounds segment on that disc, an alternate opening from the TV version, and then the original trailer. And the opening to this film was great. You don't really realize how long that opening lasts, because you get the whole setup for the film during the opening credits. It's a very long sequence, but you don't really notice it. It's cool the way Carpenter did that. I really that's about all I have to say about Prince of Darkness. It's an interesting movie with very cool concepts. Donald Pleasance, Donald Pleasance is so great. I mean, he's just awesome in almost anything he's in. And it's interesting that, you know, this movie took kind of the stand that, you know, the religious man, he was a bit cowardly in this. It was more the scientists that stood up and fought rather than the religious man, and he kind of wanted to take a little bit of the credit for it at the end, but he didn't help out all that much. But yeah, I mean, definitely check it out. If not on this disc, wait for Scream Factory. I know I'm going to be picking up that version. But yeah, that's it. Check out everyone else's reviews this week for John Carpenter Week, and I will catch you next time.